Hi everyone, this is the High Desert Tarotist, and this is our weekly reading for the week of December 12th through the 18th, and also our Vlogmas Day 12 daily reading for Sunday, December 12th. So I'll do the weekly reading first, and then I will add the daily quick pick after your reading. Because we're ending one week and starting the next, I decided to use the World card today to represent your pile. So if you're new to these, what you want to do is see which card you feel the most drawn to. And then I will leave timestamps in the description below so you can fast forward to your pile. And yeah, the World card really spoke to me today, so I went with that. So pile number one, this is our World card for the Star Tarot. And pile two, we have the World in our Fantastical Tarot. Pile three, we have our the World card, which they call the Universe in the Crow's Magic Tarot. Pile four, we have the World card in the Rider-Waite Tarot. And then in pile five, we have the World card in the Mythic Tarot. So go ahead, take a moment, see which pile you feel drawn to. Find your timestamp in the description below, and I will see you back for your reading. Hi, pile one. If you chose this World card from the Star Tarot, then this is your reading. Okay, so we'll start with our weekly reading, and then after we're done, I'll pull the daily quick pick for Vlogmas. Okay, so what messages do we have for pile one? What do they need to know about their week this week from December 12th to December 18th? What messages can we give them? Ooh. This. All right, so your first card for the week is the Fool. For you this week, there might be some newness coming along, so a new beginning, maybe some new changes you're starting, or maybe you're having a change of schedule and routine. Maybe you're going on vacation this week, you're going off to see family. Maybe you're doing something kind of on the whim this week, so something unplanned may come up that you have to deal with, or you may just kind of decide to throw caution to the wind a little bit this week. You may have to take some sort of risk this week, and I'm not really feeling strongly whether this is about career or love or money or personal life, so I'm going to keep that part general because I feel like it's going to be pretty different for everybody. So whatever it is for you, there might be a risk involved, something new, you kind of deciding to perhaps deciding to seize the day, so to speak, seize the moment, maybe follow your gut, follow your whims on something this week. I want to pull a clarifier card to see if we can get more clarity on why the Fool showed up. Okay, can you clarify? Ooh. That came out so fast. Okay, so I think this is it though. So our clarifier card for the Fool is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords talks a lot about confusion, like you're kind of stuck in the middle of something and you're feeling really confused. You might be being asked or forced to make a choice and you honestly don't know what the choice should be. And I think that being paired with the Fool, for me, kind of speaks to the unknown. So the Fool kind of talks about jumping off into the unknown, and that's really what you're battling here. So this might have to do with the choice. You might have like a choice that feels safer or a choice that feels riskier for you, and that's really the decision you have to make this week. Or perhaps you're torn between the things you have to do and the things you want to do, and the Fool might come along to say, hey, just go on, trust your gut, or you know what, just take a leap of faith here. Maybe do what you want to do instead of thinking long term, instead of worrying about all the consequences of the decisions. Maybe just pick what feels right for you and go with it. The Two of Swords kind of talks about trying to look beyond the obvious and really trying to look into what feels good for you. And I feel like the Fool's also telling you, whatever this choice or decision you have to make, don't think too hard about it. And if it is more like what I said earlier about you might be kind of like having a moment where you're going to seize the day or kind of grab a new opportunity, or you're going to want to I feel like these cards are calling on you to trust your gut this week on a situation, and maybe even make the choice that might seem risky, or make the choice that you are possibly in the dark about, but it's still, for some reason, it still feels like the right choice for you. And because we have like a 0 and a 2, it makes me wonder if this is really going to occur more towards the first part of your week where this choice is going to come up, or perhaps a chance. For some of you, I am feeling like this is more about being really torn between something you need to do or have to do versus something you want to do. And you're like really wanting to kind of just throw caution to the wind and do something for yourself, or fun, or something good might come up, but you're kind of battling your own self with like the responsibilities or the expectations of others. And so you're going to have to choose, like, I think if there's not much harm in it, if it's like a fun thing, you know, it can't, if you've like been I just heard overwork and overrun, like run down. And I'm wondering, that kind of brings up that perhaps you're really battling with some deep stuff here. And then I feel like for you, the Fool this week is coming along to tell you, you know what, let's just put this aside for now. Like, we're not going to be able to make this choice right now. It's too hard, but what can we do this week? How can we add an element of fun, an element of excitement, and just an element of just letting our cares kind of fall away, and just kind of jumping off and just kind of enjoying and grasping the moments of our life this week? That just kind of popped up for some of you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get you an oracle card for your week. And then we will pick our daily card for today. Okay, what messages can we give pile 1? Okay, so we have, it's safe to ask for help. People want to support me. Interesting. So that kind of brings some clarity, actually, for some of you. Like I said, this might be like a hard choice, something you're wrestling with, and perhaps the risk you have to take is asking for help. So this kind of brought up, I'm thinking for some of you, one of the big dilemmas you're facing, or one of the things that feels like a risk or a leap of faith for you, is opening yourself up to getting help from others. You might be so used to doing things on your own, so kind of just allowing that help in. And so if that really resonates with you, then this is here to tell you, it's okay if you're really struggling. Take that leap of faith, ask for help, and let people support you, because there is people around you. Which makes me think just how the Fool is kind of that image of jumping off into the unknown. If that is what you do, it sounds like people will be there to help you along the way. So you do have support waiting for you if you choose to receive it. And maybe that'll help you clarify the choice you have to make a little. All right, so that is it for your weekly reading, pile 1. If you're interested, you can stay and I will do our daily reading. And if not, I will see you next time. Hi, pile 1. All right, I'm back. We just did your weekly reading, and now we're going to look at specifically what should we expect for today, which is Sunday, December 12th. So what messages do we have for pile 1 for today, Sunday, December 12th? What do they need to know about our day today? This one. Right, pile 1, your card for today is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands can symbolize a couple things. For some people, as a card of the day, I think it talks more about you and not so much about another person coming into another person in your life, but it could. To start, I'm going to start with you. So the Knight of Wands can come in to tell you that you need to act on a situation, and how you act on the situation will point you and possibly others in the right direction, which is really interesting because your weekly reading talked about having to take a risk, having to jump into the unknown, and having to make a choice you're torn between. So the fact that this card comes up, which really talks about where you might need to act on something, then I'm thinking that that choice might be something that kind of comes up today for you. The Knight of Wands in a daily reading can symbol too that you have lightness, you have something to bring to others. So other people need your lightness to clear the darkness, so to speak. And Today's going to be a good day for you, I think, to observe and to really pay attention to our gut, which again is something that came up in your weekly reading about trusting your instinct. So this card is just so fitting for the weekly reading. So, and like I said, I thought it might be something that happened early in the week, and I feel like the Knight of Wands is just kind of confirming that. This decision, this risk, this need to act is going to happen. It's going to start today. So some of the choices that a Knight of Wands can represent can be adventure, residence, a new idea, a new path. And so that might give you some more insight to the possible choices you might have to be making right now. So for you today, I think the best thing you can do is, there is without a doubt something new or something that needs to be decided today and this week. And the best course of action you have for today, especially, and for this week, is to trust your instinct, use your gut, and don't shy down from it. You need to act in a way that feels right for you. And if other people are involved, your actions are going to help kind of everyone move forward. And don't be afraid of the unknown, because you are going to get the support you need. And that's something that came up in the weekly reading. So I hope this is helpful for you, Pile 1. I'm wishing you the best for your day and your week, and I will see you back in tomorrow's reading. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the Fantastical Tarot, this is our world card, then this is your reading. Okay, so we will start with your weekly reading, and then after that I'll do the daily Vlogmas quick pick for today. What does Pile 2 need to know for their week this week, which is December 12th through the 18th? What messages do we have for Pile 12 this week? I'm already feeling something really strong, which is unusual. So I'm already feeling like there's something powerful here. Wow. Just a little bit of chills, but yeah, you got the world. So I guess this was really your card all along, huh? All right, so as a card of a week, it really talks about you needing to step into the light, so to speak, step onto center stage. You need to come forth in some way. And you might have been feeling like you're not being noticed. Maybe you're feeling like you're in the shadows more. But this week is almost like a week for you to shine. It's going to be a week that other people will notice you, and not because they notice you first, but because you find the way to step forward and proclaim, you know, here I am. And that is what you're kind of being called on to do today. There is possibly some changes occurring this week, but I think it's probably changes that have already been in the works. So things you already know about, things might be ending, might be beginning. This could even be just as simple as maybe you're going to end work this week because you're about to go on vacation for the holidays, right? So it doesn't have to be a big, huge change, but there's a little bit of a difference of change in your routine, or maybe like you're kind of getting ready to cycle into something different. I am kind of feeling strongly that, like I said kind of earlier, there's something powerful I'm already feeling about this. And for me, I feel like this is going to be a good week for you. I feel like perhaps you're going to be able to shine in some way, in some form, in a way that you've always had inside of you and you really needed to do. And for some way, some reason, somehow you're going to do that this week. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier card. Can we clarify, why did the world show up for Pile 2 for our week? Oh, there you go. Okay, so your clarifier card, oh, cool. The King of Pentacles. I think this is really cool that the King of Pentacles came into this, because as a card, it can symbolize sometimes that there may already be someone in your life that is already trying to encourage you to push forward. And I'm wondering if you have like some kind of talent and you're like, maybe you're even about to hold a concert this week or a recital. You're some kind of performance, but it feels like there's already someone there for you that's been encouraging you that's already been trying to lift you up encourage you to move towards a better future that already sees you and that has already brought you so much to your life, and they're kind of doing it because they genuinely love you and they want to like almost push you forward onto the stage. There's like a lot about ambition here, and this card also kind of does talk about what talents you have, what are wishes that you still want. And so this kind of clarifies that it's almost like you've been holding back in life, and you're really, it almost feels like you're holding back on life in a way that is almost a bummer for us in life, because it feels like you have something really wonderful and magical to give to the world. And I feel like you already have someone that knows this. Or if you don't have that person, the court cards can also represent the qualities that you need to possess in yourself. So maybe this could also symbolize you yourself that has that like gut feeling, like you know that you have something good here, but you're trying to push yourself onto the stage, so to speak. And I feel like this week is going to be a good week to do it in one form or another. Let's go ahead and get some support for you. What messages can we give pile 2 for our week this week? What do they need to know to help them? Oh, how... Okay. Oh, this whole pile is eerie to me. Okay. I am in sync with the flow of life. Yeah, you have something to offer. So I feel like I'm being told to tell you, please stop holding back and let yourself shine, because you really have something to offer. Some kind of project, some art, some music, something, some knowledge, just your experience, your expertise, your talent, your ambition. You have it in spades. And either you have an event coming up this week that you're going to forecast yourself, or you're going to have like more of a spontaneous moment where it's going to shine, but don't hold back and just let it shine. Like you have something really great to give to the world, and we want to hear it. We want to see it. We want to know it. Okay, so that's really what I feel for you, pile 2. I'm going to do your daily reading next. So if you're interested, just stay. And then if not, I will see you back in tomorrow's reading. I'm wishing you the best for your week. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Right, we just finished your weekly reading, which was pretty great. And now we're going to do your daily reading. And this is specifically for today. Almost said September. Today, December 12th. Right, so what messages do we have for pile 2 for our day today, which is Sunday, December 12th? What do they need to know about their day? I feel like there's like a card right here. Your card for today is the Fool. As a card for today, the Fool kind of comes to tell you to seize the moment, to like see the power of now and live in the moment. Don't think about regrets. Don't think about consequences. That's not the day to think about these things. Today is the day to go with the flow, to just embrace what love or what life has to bring you. It's funny I said love, because I wasn't thinking love, but it kind of popped out. So I wonder if for some of you, you're going to meet someone today, or someone that you've had your eye on is going to contact you. That just kind of popped out. This really speaks well to the card you have for the week, because if you watch your weekly reading, you'll see that the message you got was letting things flow, and that about like needing to step on the center stage, needing to kind of push yourself forward, needing to show the world what it is you have to offer. And this card is kind of hinting to perhaps some reservations like that, like you want to jump out into the unknown, but you're scared. So this is going to be a day for you to do it. So if you do have like a recital, a concert, or some kind of way that you're a show, this might be the day for you to just stop thinking about it and start doing it. Maybe do a dress rehearsal. Maybe you're actually doing the thing today. And for others of you, it talks about taking that risk, taking the moment. So I did mention during your weekly reading that it could be something that comes up spontaneously for you. And this kind of confirms if today is the day where something comes up spontaneously, just grab it. Even if it's something as simple as like just being yourself around people that you're new around, that you might feel hesitant around or nervous about. Just let yourself shine today. And don't think about how they're going to respond to you or think of you. I just see you as like pile 2, you're just like this ball of light this week that just is locked in a cage, and you just need to burst open that cage and shine. And that's true for your week. And I also see here with the Fool that that's true for your day. It's time to just leap forward and do it. I hope this was helpful for you, pile 2. I'm wishing you the best of luck for your week and your day, and I will see you back in tomorrow's reading. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the Crow's Magic, where the world card is the universe, then this is your reading. We will start with our weekly reading, and then at the end we will move on to our daily reading. What message do we have for pile 3 for our week this week of December 12th through the 18th? What messages do they need to know about their week? What guidance can we give them this week? Whoop, 2 of Cups. As a daily or weekly card, the 2 of Cups really symbolizes just those joyous occasions, really wonderful moments with other people. You possibly have just started a new relationship, or you've just met someone and you can tell that it's going to blossom into a relationship. So you're just in that beginning stage where you find yourself always thinking about them. You find reasons to talk to them. You kind of go out of your way to like somehow connect with them, and you can tell that it's blossoming into something more. And this is kind of that confirmation. So there might be more of that for you this week. Or in general, just being surrounded with just really good, joyous moments, just love and happiness, just that, and it's all like that newness. So I just have that wonderful feeling and energy for you this week, like just you finding those moments where you find yourself smiling and you're even caught off guard by it because you're like, wow, I was just totally thinking about that person or that situation, and I'm smiling again. And it feels really good. So that's like a really good feeling for your week. I don't think that it's going to mean a new person for everybody, but I think it's still going to be something new and great in some form or another. And that form can show up in different ways, but it's all feeling good. I'm just feeling the sun here, the sunshine. If you have moments this week where you possibly feel overwhelmed, then this is just a card to tell you to think about your emotions and your feelings. And if you do feel overwhelmed, again, if there's been a lot of newness and not a lot of change on the emotional level, it's okay if you have those moments this week where you feel a little overwhelmed by it because it's new, but it's okay. Take the time you need when you need it and then go back to it, because I just feel like this is going to be a week of some good stuff for you. Let's get a clarifier card. Can you clarify the 2 of Cups for pile 3? What is the 2 of Cups representing here? 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands as a weekly or daily card talks about a few things. It talks about recognizing where you're at now, what you're feeling, and trying to improve your stamina. The 4 of Wands can be about a coming together. The 4s themselves symbolize security, stability, a foundation, so a strength. So it's kind of showing, I think, with the 2 of Cups that, like what we talked about a little bit earlier, that this newness thing is really, there really is a foundation being built here. There is some stability being built here. And I feel like you can already feel it, you know it. And so this is going to be a week that kind of keeps building for you. You're going to see like your wishes or your dreams might appear more attainable for you this week with this situation that is possibly bringing you joy or happiness. And it's going to be a good time. Like I said before, if you have moments where you feel a little overwhelmed, then it's okay to step back momentarily, build up your strength, because you're going to need those moments, those quiet times, as well as the joyous times. So I think these cards kind of hint to a little bit of up and down, but always flowing towards an upward trajectory, if that makes sense. So still overall, and I like this up and down that is on the moon there. Just a lot here about efforts, success, celebrations, good things in life. Maybe some moments where you have to withdraw momentarily just because you might be feeling overwhelmed, but just then picking it back up. And yeah, just newness and wonderfulness. If this is a card for some of you that really symbolizes a new person coming in your life, I'm really wishing you the best. I hope that you guys have a wonderful time this week. If this is about something else that's like really important, but not necessarily a relationship, but something that is just as joyous and happy for you, I'm just wishing you the best for your week because I feel like there's some good stuff here. Let's go ahead and get a message for you. What messages do we have for pile 3? I'm going to laugh if this message says anything about love. That would be weird. Really wickedly weird. Okay. Let's see. We're going to pull the top card. Oh. Okay. Ooh. That is just so... Wow. Sometimes I creep myself out when I do these readings. I am like creeping myself out right now. All right, so this says, I send a prayer of love to all beings in need of a miracle. I just think it's so funny because I literally was thinking, watch there be love in the card. And they don't all have love in them either. So that's, in fact, not a lot of them do. So, okay. In some ways, I feel like this is my message to you. Not that you're going to send a prayer of love, but I feel like I just felt this. I'm sending you this prayer of love in this miracle that has come into your life. And again, if you do have those moments where you're like, oh man, everything just feels too good, I'm overwhelmed, take a breather, get back into it. It feels like this thing for you has been just something you've been longing for. Perhaps it is a miracle. So I am sending you this prayer of love for your week. I'm just wishing you the best of the situation and trust it a little because it feels like a good thing coming your way. And again, since it may have already started, we have the 2 and the 4. I just heard Tuesday, Thursday. I don't know, those numbers don't necessarily equate to Tuesday, Thursday, but I always think of Monday, Wednesday, Friday as 1, 3, 5, and then Tuesday, Thursday is 2, 4 for your work week. So there could be, for some of you that might be important, maybe something happens on a Tuesday, something is confirmed on a Thursday. Man, but whatever this is, I'm just wishing you the best, bringing you that love, and I will see you back in your daily reading. And if you don't choose to watch that, then I will see you back next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Right, we just did your weekly reading, and now we are back for your reading for today, which is Sunday, December 12th. I'm curious to see if any of that good stuff starts today. Or if it's more of a contemplation day, kind of the quiet before the wonderful, beautiful storm that's coming your way. What messages do we have for pile 3 for today, which is Sunday, December 12th? What do they need to know about their day? Okay, your card for today. Interesting. The Hanged Man. As a card for the day or the week, but for us today, the Hanged Man can sometimes talk about perspective and kind of looking at what your perspective has been on a situation and recognizing if it needs to change. First thing I thought of was, because our card for the week was really about something new coming along, I'm wondering if, like I said, this thing has already been brewing, but you haven't really recognized it. And maybe today's going to be a day where for some reason, somehow, you're going to have a change of heart or a change of perspective about the situation or the person. And then from that, something is really going to blossom in a beautiful way between you two or between you and the situation. But the Hanged Man talks about taking a closer look at just you, where you're at, your point of view, the value you hold to the situation, the security you're wanting, your kind of just like your fantasies, your wishes, and really what is suiting you, what fits you, and what do we need to let go of in order to reach this like ultimate goal we have for ourselves. And I think that sometimes through that, the shift of perspective starts, or it's that shift that helps us do this. So I do think today will probably be more of a quieter day for you, but it's really going to be the start, the catalyst to the things that come your way this week. I know so that the Hangman can kind of be a card about sacrifice, like voluntary sacrifice, and sometimes that seems like a hard thing to take, but in this instance, it feels really good. It feels like you're evolving, or you're kind of what they say here, right? Evolve, transcend. You're like transforming, but in order to let this great thing that wants to come in this week, it's like you have to start with yourself first. So today's really the day about you, to doing the things you need to do to open yourself up to like letting this good thing come in. And it could be something that's been under your nose for a long time now. And for some reason, something shifts this week and you now see what's been right in front of you the whole time. And so that is your message for today, Pile 3. I hope it was helpful. I'm wishing you the best, and I will see you back in tomorrow's reading. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose the Rider-Waite Tarot in this world card, then this is your reading. Right, we will start with our weekly reading, and then afterwards I will do the daily quick pick for Vlogmas Day 12, and I will put the timestamps for both below. What messages do we have for Pile 4 for our week this week of December 12th to December 18th? What does Pile 4 need to know about their week? Your card is the King of Cups. So when I get court cards, I always feel torn because they really do and will represent people that come in your life, but they can also represent qualities, the qualities they possess or qualities that you yourself are trying to cultivate within yourself or really need to cultivate within yourself. So I usually read court cards both ways. If this symbolizes someone for you, there's someone in your life that is really like emotionally mature. They're open, they're giving, they receive. They're just like, I always get this feeling of the King of Cups as just like a really wonderful, good, caring, kind, masculine type of person who just gives that love and can receive love and is often there to help us when we need it. And they can come to us in the form of a counselor, a mediator, a therapist, a friend, a lover, a parent, someone that just we can rely on and depend on, we feel safe around. The thing with this card though, because all cards have a light and the dark side, is that the part that can come along with this is that even though this person's able to give in this way, or you perhaps might be this person that can give this way, you don't always do for yourself what you do for others. So you might be so giving, so open, or this person might be, but I feel like I'm really feeling this is more of a you thing, and you perhaps have someone like this that you admire. And this, so for me, this card also comes as a warning that you have to give that love, that type of love and security and maturity to yourself first. You have to let your life flow, and you have to, you like have, what am I trying to say? You have the potential here to be this person, but I think for you this week, you're going to run into a roadblock of your own making. And the way for you to move forward is going to be to pay attention to your own emotions, your own feelings, your own gut about a situation. I think there's going to be situations this week that are going to happen in a certain way, and that this card is telling you to try to let things flow, because even though you can give that flow and love and openness to others, As I said, you don't often give it to yourself, and this is going to be a week. It's almost like you have to go easy on yourself this week, accept things as they are this week. Be the person for yourself that you are often to others, because you're going to need it this week. And pay attention to your instincts, your gut feelings, and everything kind of associated with that. You have like instincts here that you need to sharpen this week. Let's get a clarifier card. Let's clarify why the King of Cups showed up for pile 4 for their week this week. What do we need to know? How can we clarify this message? Whoa. Oh man. The fact that the Emperor is clarifying the King of Cups tells me a couple things. One, it tells me that you play a huge role in life for others. And I think that you are the Emperor here. I think that you are the one that has created the stability. You're the one that puts in the effort. You're the one that has created this safe place, that just for lack of a better word. And that is going to really show up for you this week in some form or another. So I think you're going to be maybe even called, again, I think you're going to be called upon though to give yourself what you give to others. And this is like really clarifying it. And it's going to be really for your own sanity, for your own peace, for your own stability. You have to, I just think it's just, you have to accomplish something for yourself this week. And the giving that you need to do, the love, the openness, support, needs to be about you. That's really kind of what it comes down to, is this week is about you. And even if you do like to give to others and you are really kind of like I said, that safe space for others, it's you first this week. So I don't really like have any clarity, to be honest, on what the situation might be, what it might be regarding. The feeling I have is just that feeling of how important it is for you yourself to give yourself the space, the love, the stability, the routine this week. For some reason, in some form, it's going to be exactly what you need this week. All right, let's go ahead and get a message for you. And if there's anything in here about loving the self or empowering yourself, I will be creeped out but not surprised. Okay, what messages can we give Kyle for this week? All right, we have I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. And they do often say that behind like a powerful, great person is usually other great and powerful people, right? Or they say that we tend to like attract people that match us. So I wonder if part of that self-care and love you have to give yourself is to go to other people that kind of feel that same thing, who are also can kind of, so really this for you is a week of like almost filling your fuel, so to say, or like filling your well. It's not really what I want to say with the word. I'm like tongue-tied. It's almost like you now have to turn to those people that, so you are, I think, this person in people's lives. And I think this week is your turn to then turn to the other people that you have that are the epitome of who you are, and draw your energy from them. And I think that's going to be important. And again, I think that might be part of you being able to put yourself first. If this, like we talked about a little earlier, that this could symbolize like another person in your life. And so that might be the person that you should seek out. And the Emperor here makes me think it might be a fatherly figure, or just like a safe masculine type figure that you can go to. So, a couple different ways this card could go. But that is it for your reading. I'm going to do your daily one next. I'll see you there. And if not, I'll see you back next time. Bye. Hi, pile 4. We just finished your weekly reading. Now we're going to do your daily reading. And so what messages do we have for pile 4 for today, which is Saturday, December 12th? What messages do they need to know about their day? I'm not pulling these cards because I'm honestly just really tired, and I feel like part of it's just me being tired and not necessarily that these cards are jumping out for a reason. So I'm going to shuffle them a little bit longer. Okay, actually, there was like... I'm going to pull this one aside because I was going to get a clarifier card, and for some reason I feel like these guys both want to be together. All right, so we have the King of Swords, and clarifying the King of Swords, we have the Four of Cups. The first thoughts I have when I see these cards is a week where you might be feeling some dispassion, some discontent. You might be feeling more cutthroat. You might have more of like a quick, sharp tongue, so to speak. You might be short with others. You might be just really down to the point this week because you're kind of going about business as usual to mask what's really underneath, which is some unhappiness, emotional longing, feelings of loss, not seeing what's in front of you, or just a sense of being bored and just like unhappy, basically. But for you, it's coming out in this like this like cutthroat kind of way. Now, for a few of you, I think that this could be a person in your life that is causing you to have these feelings. But that's really something that's coming up, but it doesn't feel as strong as the first message I just gave, where I feel like you yourself are feeling this way, and you're kind of masking your pain almost, or that like loss of hope, with this more like just very cold, cutthroat manner. And it's almost like adding to your inability to see what's right in front of you. King of Swords talks about a need to keep the peace, a need to try to think clearly, to seek truth, to try to make change. And there's some difficulty here that is kind of causing the disharmony in your life. And so it's almost like you're fighting a war that's no longer happening. It's like you're battling a war in your own head. In reality, you actually have a lot of like peace and love in your life, but you're closed off from it. So get out of your head a little this week and try to get into the heart of the matter. I feel like these cards pretty much serve as that warning for you for the week, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to get out of your head. You need to stop fighting a war that's no longer happening, and you need to see the harmony that's in your life and how your actions are contributing to the current situation that might be leading to these feelings you're feeling. I just am strongly feeling like there's a gift here. There's something here that you are not, it's like right there, but you're not seeing it. And so I think getting out of your head is really the best thing you need to do. So step away from yourself and open up yourself to what is already in your life, because this card for me serves as a warning and a blessing. It's like, in some ways, I feel like this card's telling you the blessings are there. And, you know, even this like battle with yourself could even just be like fear, anxiety, worry, stress, or feeling overwhelmed, that feeling of boredness, the feeling of stagnation. But it could be that you might be in some kind of relationship or some kind of a ship now. And it's like your inner demons are coming back to haunt you, to fight. And really the fight's over. And so that's going to be like kind of setting aside the routines, the broken records inside your head, because it's not necessarily the situation, I think, that's making you unhappy. I think it's your thoughts around it. And that's really that's what comes with the warning part of this card, is that if you're not careful this week, your thoughts can run away with you. They can take over, and they can shut you out from the great things that are really in your life right now. And I do feel strongly that there is people involved here, possibly specifically one important person. If you're living your life with someone right now and things have gotten kind of out of control feeling, how can you bring peace to the situation? How can you offer, maybe instead of waiting for something, instead of being so closed off and waiting, maybe the way that you can receive is to open up and give a little. I don't really feel like this is like a specific situation. I feel like this is almost, like I said, the general mood for the week, like a general warning and then a general blessing. There's like that warning and that blessing here as a general kind of theme for the week. And honestly, it feels like the choice is yours on how this week goes, depending on if you're able to master your own thoughts. And there's actually a quote that just popped in my head, and I can't remember it fully, but it's something like, mastering others is easy, mastering yourself is difficult. And that just popped up. So I think that's kind of your riddle for the week, pile 4. Now let's go ahead and get some messages. Now, what messages can we give pile 4 for our week this week? Actually, I want to take this card for some reason. Okay, so your message for the week. Oh, very interesting. This is so fitting for you. Oh, every time that happens. I want to get more oracle cards, but I feel like really connected to these, and they always they just always give the message I need. So all is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of the situation, only good will come. I am safe. I mean, that for me, honestly, just confirms everything I said about the reading. That it's not necessarily that things are bad. It's like things are well. There's like the blessings are there. And really, it's like you're caught in your own mindset. And it's about like knowing that there is good here and you are safe. And you can choose to open up and receive the gift that's here this week. So really, again, it kind of comes down to get out of your own head and look at what you have around you. See how you can bring this harmony, this safety. What role do you play? And then play it this week. Don't let yourself wish the devil card comes up here, because it's almost like that self-fulfilling prophecy. The war is over. You're safe now. Open yourself up, because you got good things that are just there waiting for you to notice them. And that is it for your reading, pile 4. I'm going to go ahead and do your daily card next. You can stay for that. And if not, I will see you next time. All right, pile 4, we just did your weekly reading. Now we're going to move on to your daily reading. Okay, what messages do we have for pile 4 for our day today, which is Sunday, December 12th? What do they need to know about their day? Your card for today is Death. Going by your weekly reading, this, for me, I think is a symbolic death. So in our weekly reading, we talked about how the war is over, you're done fighting, and now it's time for you to make peace with the peace that's in your life, to open up to it, to get out of your head, so to speak. And I feel like the death is confirming that things are not always bad. You can have good in your life. The thing that the war is over, it's done now, and it's okay for you to open up and make space for something new in your life that is good. So my hope is that that weekly reading we had, it's going to start for you today. And then I feel like the rest of your week's going to be about embracing it. If you did not watch the weekly reading, I really urge you to, because I feel like so much was said in the weekly reading, and this card just really feels like that confirmation. And I don't really know what else to say about it, because it just feels like it's so firmly confirming to you that it's over now, that thing is done, it's okay. There is a new cycle here. There's a fresh start, so to speak. There's a new life. Open yourself up to it. Let go of the past. It wasn't working anyway. Now you're kind of just living it in your head over and over again. Let it go and move forward, because there are good things there waiting to receive you. The sun is shining again in your life. The darkness of your life is over, and this week and this day is going to start. The sun is going to come back if you will just open your eyes and see it. And that is it for you today, Pile 4. I'm wishing you the best of luck for your week and your day, and I will see you back next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 5. If you chose the Mythic Tarot and this World card, then this is your reading. We are going to start with our week, and then it will end with our daily reading. What does Pile 5 need to know about their week this week? What messages can we give them for the week of December 12th through the 18th? The Six of Swords. I just heard Riding High. Isn't there a song like Riding? I can't remember it, but I just heard Riding High. So it feels like you're having a good week, like you're coming out of a lot of stress, and you're just like, a lot of that stuff is behind you this week, and you're just like riding high this week. Like the crap is over, and now you can just enjoy the week and move forward. You're moving to a little bit of calmer waters this week. Our sixes really do represent restoration and balance after upheaval. And so this is your week. So I guess this card is almost coming to say the worst is over, and this week is going to be a lot better for you in every sense of the word. Let's get a clarifier card. Can you clarify the Six of Swords for Pile 5? Why did that show up in our pile? Now, I just feel the need to cut this again because I feel like that's not really the card I want, but this one is. Right, so our clarifier, oh, cool, is the Empress. Now, I right away heard pregnancy, so I think for some of you, you're going to find out you're pregnant, or you're going to find out that your significant other is pregnant, which just kind of gave me goosebumps, because I'm pretty sure when I did the monthly reading for December, one of the piles talked about finding out you were pregnant, finding out your significant other was pregnant, or possibly giving birth. So that feels like it's coming out this week. For others of you, it's almost, I feel like this also talks about a time of being able to give yourself self-love and self-care after a rough period. So like I said, the worst is over now. Things are going to be a little bit smoother this week. So that means this week is going to be a good week for you to indulge in some self-love and self-care. That's really your best bet for the week, where you should put your focus. You got some like harmony restored, some balance, and that's really confirmed here with the Empress. Although I'm telling you, this came up in the monthly reading and now it's coming up here. There's some babies in some form or another for some of you in December, so congratulations. Ultimately, though, for most of you, it's going to be a week about nurturing yourself, giving yourself self-love, and just enjoying the calm after the storm, because I feel like that's really the takeaway here. Let's go ahead and get some messages for you. And for you, I do feel like there's probably a specific situation that comes to mind that you're probably thinking of. So I do think it's more of a specific thing, and it's kind of like the thing happened, and now the after effects are you being able to get some relief, some harmony, some peace, and that time you need for yourself. And that's kind of going to be the general side of it over like something that's more specific. Okay. What messages do we have for pile 5? Nope, that's not what I wanted. For our week this week. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Chills. My high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. So once again, these cards are on point with the whole situation of the reading, creeping me out. These cards, man, I love them. So yeah, I mean, again, this really clarifies everything we already said. This week, you know, the worst is over this week. You're going to have some peace. You're coming out of a storm. You're coming out of the roughness, some upheaval. So this week is really about yourself, right? As it says, so take care of your health, take care of your mind, take care of your heart, your body, your mind, and your heart. Take care of yourself. That's exactly what the Empress is coming to tell us. And this is just confirming it. This week is about you, my friend. Take care of your body, your mind, and your heart. Treat yourself well, eat well, exercise, love yourself, give yourself time, relax. Balance is being restored here. And give it to yourself. And just kind of enjoy the calmness of the week. I don't think that message could be any clearer, so I'm going to leave you here, pile 5, and I will go ahead and do your daily reading next if you want to stay forward to that. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 5. We just did your weekly reading, and now we are going to do our daily reading for Vlogmas Day 12. And what messages do we need to know for pile 5 for our day, which is Sunday, December 12th? What messages do we have? Not you, putting you back. My hands just don't want to hold cards today, so they've been dropping a lot. But no, we're going to do this. This feels right. Your card, oh my God. Sorry, your card of the day is the Hanged Man. If you watched your weekly reading, you'll know we talked about some upheaval, some stuff you've been through, and now this week's going to be like you're the calm after the storm. You're moving on. And the Hangman, about that, like making that voluntary sacrifice, about letting good things come in your life, about like doing what you need to do in order to get to the greater good, really fits eerily well with the weekly reading. So it makes me think that today might be the day where things get finalized and then your smooth sailing is ahead of you for the rest of the week. The other thing this card can talk about is a shift in perspectives, especially for a card of the day. So I'm thinking that possibly whatever the situation you're coming out of has caused a shift of perspectives for you, or it's what you're needing. So we did talk about in your weekly reading the need for self-care and self-love, to kind of let yourself settle down after the rough stuff that's been going on. And this card kind of talks about it's going to start with a shift of perspective. So I think today might be a good day to clear things out. So if you have stuff to finish, stuff to close down, and whatever this thing is, get all the like odds and ends done today, close it out, and then give yourself some way to kind of shift your perspective about worrying so much about this thing. Now it's time to shift our thoughts to the week ahead, which includes how are we now, we took care of everything else, how are we now going to take care of ourselves? What do we need? And voluntary sacrifices is always what I think of when I see this card. But for you, I think the sacrifice you're going to have to make is to stop worrying about others and start worrying about yourself. And then again, that was confirmed in the weekly reading. So I actually really like the Hanged Man. I think when it comes up in a card, it's always, to me, feels like a promise of better times coming, of like security is coming, newness is coming, things that are not serving us are gone now. It's done, it's over, and we can move towards a brighter tomorrow. And so that is really the message for you, especially when we pair it with our weekly reading, that the bad thing is over. It's done now. You've put in the hard work. You've put in the time. You've put in the sacrifice. You're done. So now we need to shift and start thinking about, you can breathe a little this week. And today is going to be the start of that, moving towards our own self-care and self-love and growth, as well as changing our perspective, because now it's about us again, after a time where it really wasn't. So I hope that was helpful for you, pile 5. I'm wishing you the best for your week and your day, and I will see you back in tomorrow's reading. Bye.